Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.
Hello there.
Hey.
Did you get the recording memo?
I did.
Alrighty. How the hell are you?
I'm good. It's been a while.
Been a while. You know that song?
Yeah, from One Direction.
Yeah, from One Direction, yep. It's been a while. You ready
Pretty
for
good.
a little... Thank you. Was I on key?
Yeah, you were on key.
I was on key?
You're on key.
Fuck yeah. You ready to jump right into the old Last of Us conversation that a lot of people be talking about?
Yeah, let's talk about The Last of Us.
Alrighty. Why don't you tell us your season 1 review in a nutshell? Do you like the show?
Yeah, I liked season 1 a lot. I liked how accurate it was to the game. I liked the vibe of it, the acting for the most part. I like Pedro Pascal. I liked how it was different than The Walking Dead. It wasn't just like in the same tone and everything. I felt like it had its own unique kind of spin on the situation.
True. Yeah, I think I would agree with all that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think the first season came out, 2 years ago? 2 or 3 years ago? But I remember when I watched it for the first time, the first episode or two, I was a little thrown off by the actress who plays Ellie, her acting. But then I feel like in season 1, it picks up, she gets a lot better as it goes along.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it a lot more. I think Pedro Pascal is great in it. And I just think the production value of the first season is really good. I feel like they put a lot of effort into it,
I agree.
Now that brings us to season 2. So I felt like, I guess we can talk about both episodes. I felt like the first episode was kind of boring in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. It was, if I had to describe it, I would call it boring and annoying.
Yeah. Boring and annoying, which kind of sucked because I was really looking forward to it,
Yeah, I expected a lot more, especially because the first episode was so crazy and then impactful in the first season. But I mean, I do understand they kind of have to still go along with the game, but
yeah, true.
Yeah.
But I feel like they could have.
Wasn't a fan. I thought Ellie was annoying. Just I didn't like her acting in it.
Yeah, I guess what I'm thrown off about with the first episode is I feel like they could have done something better, more interesting with that first episode that really grabbed people's attention. I feel like it was just literally an episode just to set everything up without it being entertaining in and of itself, if that makes sense,
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think they could have combined parts of the second episode into the first one.
That would have given it a little more momentum, I feel like. And I agree with you about Ellie. I don't get... It sucks because at the beginning of season 1, I didn't like her acting that much. And then she improved, and now at the beginning of season 2, I can't stand her again, at all.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah, I mean, well, let's get into the second episode, because the first one's not even really worth talking about much more.
Yeah.
I liked the second episode. I thought it was... I don't know if it's just because of the contrast from how bad the first one was, where I was like, oh, it's at least worth watching again. There were definitely parts that I still didn't like about the acting and stuff, but
Yeah.
I thought it was a much better episode. But it reminded me more of like a. I almost felt like I was watching an episode of The Walking Dead.
That's what it reminded me of, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And that's coming from someone. I think I stopped watching Walking Dead in season. What season was it? I don't remember what season. I think maybe halfway through the show, but I do remember what those episodes felt like. I agree, it was definitely better than episode 1 in terms of like, you know, at least you've kind of felt on the edge of your seat at times. You felt entertained. You felt like things were happening. But obviously, we have to talk about, you know, the fact that they stayed 100% faithful to the game.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert. But, you know, if you're one of the few people who don't know what happens, then probably not only get off of the video, but get off of the internet for a little while.
Yeah, so Joel gets killed.
Yeah. By a girl named Abby, who says, "Wow, you really are handsome. Congrats on that."
Yeah, I actually wasn't too mad about that line. Like, I know a lot of people are upset about that line.
I know it was a callback to his description in episode 1, which a lot of people like to disingenuously leave out when they complain about it, but it still was a little bit of a funny, weird line right before killing someone, you know?
It is a funny part, but I'm not too mad about that line. I think she was just, like, kind of pissed at him for just, like, every reason she could think of, but...
Yeah.
I like that episode. I was just, at the end of the episode, I was just left with, like, oh, so now it's just gonna be, like Ellie's really gonna have to carry the rest of the show somehow.
Exactly. You know, that was exactly my thought, and I almost don't know if I'm going to continue watching season 2 because I don't think she can carry that show. I just don't think she can. It would be different if there was like a... I'll be honest, I don't like the narrative choice of killing Joel off that early. I know that's what the game did. I'll admit I don't like that. However, I could have gotten over it or gotten past it if there was like a group of characters that were really built up and that were really interesting and entertaining and likable. I could kind of move past it, but I don't know, aside from Joel's brother, who seems kind of interesting and like a cool character, I don't know who I'm gonna really resonate with or be interested in following, you know?
Yeah, I think the third episode's really gonna be like a make or break episode to see where the show's gonna go. I mean, I guess Abby's kind of interesting, and I think that actress should have played Ellie, but
she looked a lot more like her.
Yeah, that's like a whole other discussion. But
yeah.
I think on her and Tommy might have to kind of carry the show, unless like Ellie's acting and shit really picks up and stops being annoying and has more depth to it.
Yeah. I mean, so you kind of agree with me in terms of like there needs to be other characters now that can really carry the show. And without that, you don't really have a show, you know?
Yeah, either that or Ellie's going to have to suddenly be putting on like a master class of acting.
Yeah, I don't know why she's so inconsistent. You know?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I didn't mind her too much in the second episode. I thought like the part where Joel gets killed, I thought she did a good job in those scenes.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's just gonna have to stop the annoying aspect because she's supposed to be like 19 and like more matured in this like apocalyptic world. Like she shouldn't be like making jokes like and like stupid annoying shit right before like running off to kill things on her own.
I know.
Like, doesn't fit the character from the game, really. I don't know.
No, I definitely agree with that, and I agree with you. I think it's hard to, if they're gonna kill Joel off, which they obviously did, it's hard to immediately be on board and be like, all right, great, we get to follow Ellie now, when every line out of her mouth for the past 2 episodes has been an annoying, snarky, bitchy comment. Every single one,
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But aside from that, like, in general, the main debate is just, obviously people are just upset about Joel dying because they love the character, they like Pedro Pascal. It's hard to watch an actor like Pedro Pascal get his head obliterated like that. But I have a feeling like you technically didn't mind that development in the plot. Like, did that work for you, like him dying that early?
Yeah, I mean, I knew it was coming, but I thought it would probably be around episode 3.
Me too.
A little surprised it was like crazy early like this, but I mean, I like the episode and shit. It's just like episode 3 is really gonna have to be like a banger episode to like show like, hey, we can still make good shit without Pedro Pascal in it.
Yeah, that's a good point. But I mean, like, also, like, just looking at the plot from the game, like the fact that they decided to do that to Joel, do you not feel either way about it? Like, you're fine with it as long as the plot is still interesting afterwards, or the characters are good afterwards, or what?
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, you're fine with it.
Especially, I mean, they said they're not gonna like extend the show past the game either. So
no, they're not. But do you know like everything that happens in the game, like the full plot?
Nah, I only knew up to this part. Really.
Okay. I know a little bit more than you, so I'm not going to spoil it, but I kind of have an issue with the writing of that game, but again, I'm not going to spoil it, but yeah, we'll have to see what you think with episode 3. I'll admit that part of me just didn't like seeing him get fucking obliterated like that,
Yeah, I mean, I get that. I like shit like that. Like, I liked one of my favorite parts of The Walking Dead is when Glenn gets killed, and that's when everyone like stopped watching because they couldn't stand it. But that was like my favorite. So
wow, I'm interested to dive into your mind because there's some darkness, there's some fucking darkness within, because you love like the 2 biggest scenes in shows where it's like gratuitously torturous and violent and like brutal for like fucking beloved characters. Like, that was everyone's favorite character on The Walking Dead. They did that to him.
Yeah, so, and it's not like the violence or the gore of it that, like, I mean, that makes me like it. It's just like the act of having the balls to do that.
Having the balls to do it, yeah. But at some point, like, I'm in the camp that if you're gonna do that, it has to really be for a great reason, and the message or the moral of your story or wherever you're going with it has to really be worth it. And unless they really flesh some things out and add a few things from the game, like, not from the game, but in addition to what they have in the game, and really try to pull off something very profound, I don't know if it's going to work for me, the story after that. So, because I do feel like there's an element of, like, yes, they're trying to justify it by, like, pushing the plot forward to a degree, but you and I both know there's also the element of them, when they're writing the game, being like, okay, we want to do something different for the sake of doing something different. That's going to really fucking shock people, There's of course that element to it.
Yeah.
Which I think is like a little cheap. I get the idea of like wanting to do something that's new and that people aren't expecting. So it's very, I don't know, it's a tough one. Very tough to feel like fully one way or another about it.
Yeah, I wish I played the second one. Maybe I will. I mean, everyone really regards both of those games as like masterpieces, and I would agree I played the first one. I thought that was a masterpiece of a game. So
Yeah, I think I played most of the first one on PS3 when it came out. And that is a really good game. Last of Us 1.
yeah,
But the thing with the second one is like you have, I don't think it's like as beloved as the first one. It's really divided. I feel like there's people who really love it and resonate with it, but then there's just people who they hate it. Like they go on diatribes about it, like hatred about it. So
that's what makes it art.
yeah, that's true. I guess that is art at the end of the day, which we'll get a lot of comments of people disagreeing with that and saying why it's horrible. But
Yeah, tell us if you like, love, or hate the second game, what you thought about the first game, and if you like how the show's interpreting it.
yeah, let us know in the comments below, and we will give you a kiss.
We just gave it to you.
Ah, fuck. We'll give you 3 kisses. How about that?
You get 2 more kisses.
2 more if you comment. And
A nice rub of the shoulder if you like and subscribe.
exactly. And keep in mind, everyone, like we said, we have not played the second game, so don't bring all your fucking hatred towards us. We're just fucking we're like TV movie boys trying to figure out how we feel about this thing, so we're not like huge nerds about it. Alrighty.
Alright.
Fuck you.
Bye.
Bye.
Fuck you.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.